Hey everybody, this is GGB. We're getting into the first quarter of the first game of the Madden 23 Conference of Champions. I just posted the 22 Conference of Champions, but I'm so excited for this one. Oh my god, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped. We could have our first time the SEC wins it this year. They look like a great team. But I'm also hyped for this. This is maybe the first time the Independents have ever played the Mountain West. And this is supposed to be probably one of the closer games of this entire thing. Only a 3 overall difference between these two football teams. And I think it's going to be really interesting. The Independents have a lot of great players, right? And they are, across the board, a better football team. But this right here is what I think could be super interesting, is the quarterback battle between the two of them. Because Independents rock with Zach Wilson, which I'd like to point out, the Independents are heading for a rough stretch in next year or so. BYU is going to become a Big 12 team. Liberty is leaving for a Conference USA. I mean, it looks, New Mexico State's going small conference instead of being an independent, and it's just looking like it's going to be a rough stretch here for the Independents. It's going to go from being mostly all Notre Dame players to literally being all Notre Dame players outside of a couple UConn, a couple UMass, but this is going to be a rough one. But the Chiefs get the ball first. I'm excited to see what Zach Wilson and this offense can do early on. To kick off is going to be likely Ryan Stonehouse. Not going to be returnable, taken for a knee in the back of the end zone. And onto the field comes Zach Wilson. This is a huge game. I mean, it is. The Independents have made it to the second level in a hot second. Zach Wilson's only other start did not go well, and they got absolutely destroyed by the MAC, steamrolled and upset at home. Independent Chiefs time, baby. Jamal Williams had a significant overall increase, and I'm excited because I think this receiving core, while not star-studded, but Will Fuller and Chase Claypool should both be interesting targets. 2 tight ends set with Cole Kmet and Tommy Tremble on the field. Shotgun is Zach Wilson. Looks like possibly a blitz. They do back out 4-man rush. He has Tommy fires underneath that. It's going to be hot, but he is not going to get anything. Actually losing a yard. Actually, no gain on the play. Big play made. Cole Kmet gets his first catch, and honestly, it's the Independent Chiefs, so who knows? Andy Reid very frequently schemes around his players instead of being the normal thing. But the Chiefs, in real life, use the tight end a lot, so Cole Kmet could get a lot of targets. Empty set here for Zach Wilson. 4-man rush. He has time. He fires quickly. It's going to be incomplete. Him and his receiver were not on the same page, and suddenly a very early 3rd and 10 upcoming, and the Mountain West defense could get a big stop here early. I'm disappointed we don't get Mountain West and AAC this year, because last year that was arguably the best game. Outside SEC Pac-12 was an insanely great game, but outside of that game, AAC Mountain West was just such a phenomenal football game. That you really couldn't help but love it. Shotgun, Zach Wilson trips to the top of the set, and you just need a huge stop right here. It takes a snap. They bring a blitz. He fires it underneath it. It's going to be caught, but he's going to be tackled well short of that first down. Big play made by Marcus Epps. Marcus Epps is another player that got a significant increase, and he's not even... Actually, he might be starting at strong safety. But expect the safety to be making plays for this team. Tashawn Gibson Sr., DeMonte Kazee, Marcus Epps, and Andrew Wingard are all very solid players. But first, they go 3 and out on the first drive of the game, and out to punt this football for the Independent Chiefs is Tyler Newsome, a 65 overall punter, so not a great punter. It's going to be returnable here. And he's going to be able to return it to about the 34-yard line. It's looking like. Man, Mountain West, Josh Allen. And Josh Allen has done this before. He's gotten his team to the next round. And I understand, is he a quarterback that sometimes underperforms in the playoffs? Maybe. But I'm excited to see this Mountain West offense. Not to mention Devontae Adams is just a stud at receiver. But the receiving core outside of him is also extremely underrated. Michael Gallup and Cedric Wilson should also be pretty good. Trey McBride is an upgrade at tight end, and it's weird because normally the guy that we talk about a lot is Jacob Hollister, but Jacob Hollister did not even make the team this year. Shotgun for Josh Allen. Penny probably lined up beside him, takes the snap. They bring a blitz, he fires quickly, and he's able to complete that pass to the 25-yard line, 26-yard line, they mark him, is Trey McBride. Huge play early, and this is why you gotta like this offense. Trey McBride brings a different feel to it. I mean, everyone loved Jacob Hollister, okay? All Mountain West fans appreciate what Jacob Hollister has done for this team in the past. He has been a huge target, despite not being that great of an overall, but damn, Trey McBride just brings a different energy, a different feel to this football team. And you got to like what Trey McBride brings to this, the explosiveness. And just like that, they're in the green zone. Under center is Josh Allen. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle to Alexander Madison. And expect a good amount of split carries between Alexander Madison and Rashad Penny. Both those two are very good backs, but they're going to probably be split in time here early. So I would not be surprised if Alexander Madison got a good amount of carries. I would not be surprised if also Rashad Penny got a good amount of carries. But empty set here is Josh Allen. They bring a 4-minute. She fires quickly. Ooh, incomplete. Trying to get the ball to Trey McBride again. If that's on target, it is going to be complete. And this is suddenly a pretty significant 3rd and 5 upcoming. If you're the Independent Chiefs, yeah, the big play to Trey McBride hurt. But forcing a field goal here would be huge. Huge. Considering what happened last time in the playoffs in Arrowhead, you would love to get a stop right here. Shotgun for Josh Allen. Takes the snap. He's going to go play action here. He has plenty of time. He fires it. That's going to be complete. Touchdown to Davante Adams. Huge play by Josh Allen. And just like that, in 2.5 minutes, the Mountain West Vikings take a lead in this football game. Could not have started the game better. If you are the Mountain West Vikings, force a 3-and-out on defense and just go right down this football field. 2 huge plays, to be fair, to Davante Adams and Trey McBride, but you gotta love it here early if you're the Mountain West. And on to attempt the extra point, I believe, is going to be Jason Sanders, one of the few players from New Mexico. They're going to review this. I thought it was worth looking at, but I think Davante for sure got his feet down in here. Yeah, that's a touchdown. I don't think they really need to look at it that long. That's a tutty. Gets both feet in bounds. He has control of it. That's a touchdown to Davante Adams. They can't challenge, so that graphic's wrong. But yeah, it's going to be upheld because it was a tutty. But yeah, New Mexico is not a team that you see get a lot of players in the NFL. And definitely is not a huge contributing factor on this football team. That would be San Diego State and Colorado State and Boise State and Utah State to an extent. Those are the teams, those are the people that just absolutely litter this lineup. But Jason Sanders is one of the few players from New Mexico, and he's been a huge help for this Mountain West team throughout the years. Huge steady hand in the special teams department, and just an amazing drive by Josh Allen. And if you're the Independent Chiefs, you just need to snap back. This was an awful start. The worst start you could have possibly imagined. Stonehouse to kick this one off. Oh, but man, great opening drive by the Mountain West Vikings. Could not have started this game out better. If you are the Mountain West Vikes fan, if you are the Independent Chiefs, you got to get a drive going next time. Your quarterback's not awful in Zach Wilson. He's not great, but he is not awful. And you have a great team around him, so especially the offensive line should be able to keep him protected for days back there. Jamal Williams needs to get more involved on the ground. He did not have a single carry that first drive, and that is a mistake. Jamal Williams is a hugely important player for this football team. I'm excited to see how he does. But Jamal Williams needs to get some touches here. 83 overall player. He's one of your best players on offense. Only players better are on the offensive line. He needs to touch the football. 2 tight end set here. Under center is Zach Wilson. Jamal Williams in the backfield. They're going to go play action here. Roll him out to the left. He fires across his body. Finds a wide open man to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, long touchdown for the Independent Chiefs. One-play drive. Catches the defense sleeping, and Cole Kmet just goes wide open down the field for a huge touchdown that took all of 10 seconds. Great throw by Zach Wilson to find the open man. Just blown coverage by the Vikes. And after Cole Kmet got that block, he was off to the races. No one was catching him. And great throw by Zach Wilson puts him in this position. Great play by Cole Kmet. Onto the field to kick this extra point will be Justin Yoon, a 62 overall kicker. And the kick is up, and it is good. The extra point makes it a 7-7 ball game. All 10 seconds took them to do that. Oh, great. This is a great start to a football game. I expect a shootout. The Mountain West defense isn't the strongest in the world. Sure, they have some stars players, just like the Independent Chiefs defense. I mean, Byron Jones for the Independent Chiefs, Harrison Smith. You got some star-studded players here, but the offenses should come out to shine tonight in this matchup. This is going to be an interesting back-and-forth affair on offense, and I am here for it. I'm hype. Boys, this is going to be a long episode because we're 11 minutes in, and we've gone over 2.5 actual seconds on the game clock. Kick is off. It is going to be returnable at the 5-yard line. It's taken. He has a hole at the middle. He's only going to be able to get it at the 27-yard line on the return, but a solid enough return for the Mountain West Vikes. And onto the field comes again Josh Allen. Last time he was out there, he led a very good touchdown drive. Here he goes. Oh, this is going to be a great shootout of a game. The defensive line for the Independent Chiefs is worth talking about because it's not super strong, and the Mountain West offensive line should be able to hold up against it. But you're going to be looking at names like Romeo Aquara, Fadokasi. You're looking at Travis Jones and Kiris Tonga up the middle. Look for guys like that. Shotgun for Josh Allen. Takes the snap, fires it quickly. It's going to be somehow caught off. It was an inaccurate pass by Josh Allen off the helmet of a Chiefs player, and it is somehow corralled by Cedric Wilson Jr. for 5 yards. Talk about doing everything right, but to pick it off, and for the Independent Chiefs, and they still gained 5 yards off just a miraculous play. A miraculous series of events. Empty set here once again. Trips to the top of the set for Josh Allen. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has time. He fires across the middle. Wide open is Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is going to stumble his way to the 46-yard line for a big first down. And you can feel the connection going early between Devontae Adams and Josh Allen. And that is a connection that if the Mountain West Vikes want to pull off some upsets, they want to go on a run this year, that's a connection that's got to be strong. Under center is Josh Allen. Going to bring a man in motion. He's going to go hand off to that man, and that man is going to go almost nowhere. Cedric Wilson Jr. gets 2 yards on that rush. Good hold there by the Independent Chiefs defense. What I think is going to be crucial for the Independent Chiefs defense is to get a pass rush on him. Fred Warner is going to be one of those pass rushing defensive ends. You see there, 2 tight ends set once again. Under center is Josh Allen. They're going to pass here, actually. Fires it. That's going to be intercepted. Oh, my God. He has the open path to the end zone. Can he make it there? It looks like they're not going to catch him. Touchdown for the Independent Chiefs. And after that start, that was abysmal. The defense gets a big stop by Isaiah Rogers Sr. Isaiah Rogers Sr., by the way, is one of very few players from UMass, one of the only players you will actually see from UMass. Only, I believe, 4 make the roster, with 2 of them being backup guards / tackles, one of them being the number 6 wide receiver. So Isaiah Rogers is the number 2 corner, a 79 overall player, cuts the route and gets a huge pick 6 for his football team. And gives them the Independent Chiefs their first lead of the game. Oh, this could be a back-and-forth affair. And a big stop by a defense that I did not expect to get many big stops tonight. The kick is up, and it is good by Justin Yoon. And that gives them a 14-7 lead here early. And what a big play by Isaiah Rodgers Sr. He's going to have to go right back out there. He's the number 2 corner. But UMass does not have a lot of players on this football team. This is a player that it's going to bring some pride to the UMass name. Isaiah Rodgers Sr. is actually a really talented corner. 79 overall. And it's just, you got to feel it. You got to feel the playoff intensity. Every mistake seems so much more important than it does normally. Rashad Penny back there, but a return. Number 35, the kickoff is off. That's going to be returnable about the 3-yard line. Rashad Penny takes it out. He has some blocks up the middle. He's going to fight his way about the 27-yard line where they started the last drive. And if you're Josh Allen, you got to cut down on some of these mistakes, man. The play that Cedric Wilson caught it for a 5-yard gain, that could have been intercepted the first time. And you were lucky that it wasn't. But you got to go back down the field. You made a big mistake, but you got to drive down this football field, and you got to make up for it. 27-yard line, you had a drive that was this long before. We have yet to see, we've seen 1 punt in this game, 0 punts by the Mountain West. And I understand there's only 10.5 minutes, but we've seen 21 points scored under center, 2 tight ends set, tight formation is the Mountain West. They're going to go play action here. He has plenty of time, 3-man rush. He fires across the middle. It's going to be caught by Davante Adams. And even with a 3-man rush and only 2 receivers, I believe, out on routes, Davante Adams finds his way wide open. And outside of that one play to Trey McBride, he has been their only threat here early. And he is just dicing up this independent Chiefs defense, who cannot find a way to cover him. Just wide open there. No one's within 5 yards. And that's going to lead to an easy 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line for this Mountain West offense. The offensive line has done a great job here. 2 tight ends set. Under center is Josh Allen. Could be a run here to Alexander Madison. It's going to go handoff to the outside of Madison. He has some blocks, but he's unable to do much with it. Only a 2-yard gain for Madison. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8 there. Good play made there by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That's going to be the guy that's going to be handling right outside linebacker duties, if you are wondering. It's going to be interesting. It's a good linebacker core for the Independent Chiefs. Shotgun here for Josh Allen. He takes the snap. He has time. He fires it. Incomplete across the middle. He had a man, but he throws it inaccurate to the right of him, and it's going to bring up a big 3rd and 8. If they don't get it, we probably see Stonehouse's first punt of the day. We're going to see the Mountain West defense for the first time in a while here. Big 3rd and 8 upcoming. Shotgun for Josh Allen. Madison beside him to the left. Tight formation. Looks like 1 tight end set. Takes the snap. 4-man rush again. He fires quickly out. It's going to be Davante Adams, and he's tackled short of that first down marker. 4th and 1. Big tackle made there by Matthias Fairley, who is not supposed to be starting anywhere at safety. He is probably their 4th best safety, but he makes a big-time tackle there to keep him short of the first down marker, and it's going to be an interesting choice for Kevin O'Connell here. Do you go for this 4th and 1 on the other team's side of the 50? You could try and pin him here, but 4th and 1's definitely go for it territory. This will definitely look like what they're doing in the huddle. I think you run this up the middle with Alexander Madison. Let your bruising back take care of this. Trips to the bottom of the set. Under center is Josh Allen. Takes the snap, handoff to Alexander Madison, and gets it up the middle. He's going to get about 5 or 6 yards, an easy first down for the the Mountain West Vikings. Harrison Smith was his first tackle of the ball game, and keeps the drive alive. This Mountain West offensive line isn't the strongest in the world, but it is a solid enough O-line if you're looking at it. The Mountain West offensive line consists of guys like Charles Leno Jr., Joel Batonio is a great player, Austin Corbett, David Quessenberry, and Chase Roulier are guys that you're probably going to see starting on this line. Josh Allen throws it quickly. Into traffic. Could have been picked. Rough throw. Rough decision there by Josh Allen. Josh Allen is definitely not playing elite offense here early. I don't know why Zach Wilson's sad. He literally has done nothing for a while now. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Outside of the first 3 and out. I mean, he had a great second drive that led it ended up in a touchdown. To be fair, it was one play, but still. 2nd and 10 upcoming at the 33-yard line. Within field goal range, you got to think if you're the Conference USA, the Mountain West Vikings, but you'd like a little bit more here. Shotgun for Josh Allen. Madison beside him. Guys spread out. He takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has time. He fires off his back foot. Going to get it to Trey McBride. He's going to get it. It's about 7 yards, just short of that line to gain. 3rd and 2 upcoming. Great play made by Trey McBride. Trey McBride is a player I'd like to see kick the ball a lot more, and it just seems like he has such a unique talent for this football team. Able to strip off tackles. He has speed. I like Trey McBride as a player for this football team. I like to see it in his hands a lot more. 3rd and 2. Do you run it with Alexander Madison here? Worked with you last time. Trips to the top of the set. 1 tight end set here. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He's going to pass it. He has time. He's going to scramble, but he's going to run back. He's going to find a man wide open to the 4-yard line. Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup makes his first catch of the game, but it's a big one. And Josh Allen, despite all his antics, is leaving his team right to the doorstep of this independent Chiefs touchdown. He throws an insane pass, but he finds Michael Gallup wide open. Michael Gallup gets the toe drag. Does he? I think they mark him with the toe drag. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. I'd run it here. I'd start getting the ball to Alexander Madison here. He's a bruising back. 3 tight end set. This is what you love to see near the goal line. Under center is Josh Allen. They're going to go handoff up the middle. Alexander Madison. Alexander Madison's going to get it to about the 2-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal here. Big tackle made by Harrison Smith once again on this drive. 2nd and goal. 2-yard line. Very close to this end zone. Can the Independent Chiefs get a big stop here? They're going to go trips to the top of the set. Under center is Josh Allen. Do you go run here once again, or do you go pass? You're going to pass here. 4-man rush only. He fires it. It's going to be caught. Touchdown, Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams gets it. Count his 2nd tutty of the day. And the Mountain West is an extra point away from tying up this football game. Ooh, you got to love it. Playoff atmosphere. Neither team wants to go home in the first game. They each want a chance to take it to the next round and give the SEC a game, most likely. He played off of him too far, Isaiah Rodgers Sr. He had a big pick 6, but he played off Devontae Adams too far there. It led him with the easy curl. And on comes Jason Sanders to make this a tie ball game with 7:06 left to go in the first. The kick is up, and that is good. 14-14. Bad camera angle. But onto the field is going to come Zach Wilson soon, unless an insane kickoff return happens here, which I don't think Stonehouse will allow. I think Stonehouse kicks out of this out at the back of the end zone. But big stop, number one. I mean, big response by the Mountain West Vikes. Josh Allen throws an interception. It's looking bad. But to bring it back, to lead a very good touchdown drive, and to get tied up again is important. Now, last time the defense was out, they got absolutely exposed. Hughes touchdown to Cole Kmet. Cannot let that same thing happen here. Now, if I'm the Independent Chiefs, you faked him a little bit last time with the play action, but again, Jamal Williams has yet to touch this football, and it's half of the first quarter is gone. And I think that's a mistake. He's a dynamic player. Your best player on offense, it's not an offensive lineman. So he's your best skill position player. You need to get him the ball, whether that's in a reception or something else, or just a ground game. Looks like possibly a 5-man rush. So they bet they back out one of those two at the end. They actually bring all of them. Joel Williams has a huge hole up the middle to the 43-yard line. He gets to first rush of the game for Jamal Williams, leads to 18 yards. This is what I'm saying. Get it into your dynamic players' hands, and this is good things will happen. Jamal Williams is a good player, a really good player for this football team, and you need to get it in his hands a little bit more. I'd like to point out Ryan Stonehouse. All he's done here so far today is kick off. It's his only job here today. 1st and 10. Big first down for the Independent Chiefs. And you need a matching drive. Take the lead back. You are the team at home. Shotgun for Zach Wilson. Takes the snap. It's a screen. And he's going to fumble the ball. He gets sacked. Oh, and a big turnover by Mike Purcell. He gets the fumble recovery. But a huge mistake for Zach Wilson in this offense. Carl Granderson, I believe, Carl Granderson with the huge forced fumble. The right end for this football team. It's a big turnover. Mike Purcell, the number 1 DT, gets a big fumble recovery. And just like that, the Mountain West Vikes have a chance to retake this lead. Ooh, you love to see it. Defense playing crazy well, offense playing crazy well, and this is a great first start. First quarter of the first game of the Conference of Champions. Shotgun for Josh Allen. He takes the snap, fires it quickly. It's going to be incomplete. This is not a great look. Josh Allen is just throwing the ball when the guy's not even looking. It's not going to lead to many completions, Josh Allen. This is where I like to get the ball into Alexander Madison's hands more. I understand Davante Adams has been elite. 2 tight end set is not where I love to do it. But bring Trey McBride onto the football field. I do like the idea of it. Under center is Josh Allen. It's going to go handoff to the outside to Alexander Madison's quickly going to be corralled for only a couple yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 6. Big tackle made by, you guessed it, Harrison Smith. And if Independent Chiefs want to get the stop here, Harrison Smith has got to be the guy. He's really been the only one to show up defensively. Outside of a big play made by Isaiah Rodgers Sr., trips to the top of the set. Trey McBride on the field. This is your 4 best players. Chance to get the first down. Under center is Josh Allen. He's going to take the snap. 4-man rush. He has time. He's going to scramble out of the pocket. He has a first down. He's going to get it. He does not slide for some reason, but he's going to pick up the first down with his legs, and this is what you got to worry about with Josh Allen. If you leave him room, he will scramble, and he will pick up a first down because of it. Keeps the drive alive inside the red zone for the Mountain West Vikings. Huge play made by Josh Allen, and you gotta love his poise here early. He throws an early interception, and he has a chance to give his team back the lead on the road in a tough environment in Arrowhead. Trips to the top of the set. Trey McBride to the bottom. Under center is Josh Allen. He's going to bring Davante Adams in motion. He's going to hand off to Davante Adams. Davante Adams is going to get absolutely smacked after a rush of 3 by Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith with his 6th tackle. Only 10 minutes of football have been played. 2nd and 7 upcoming. And I mean, the jet sweeps are cool and everything, but I don't love them. Under center is Josh Allen. Going to bring another man in motion. They're going to go fake handoff to him. They're going to hand it off to Alexander Madison. He's going to go almost nowhere on the ground. 2 yards there. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5. And another big 3rd down, not only for this Mountain West offense, but the Independent Chiefs defense to hold them to a field goal here after the Mountain West were given it in excellent field position. Davante Adams actually lined up beside him. Josh Allen splits, quick pass to Trey McBride. Trey McBride's going to get it to the 1-yard line. And the offense so far today has been Davante Adams and Trey McBride. He have been really the only players catching passes. Obviously, the big play to Michael Gallup was huge on the last drive, and Cedric Wilson has a couple catches. I mean, Alexander Madison has some decent carries, but the offense really today has been Davante Adams and the Trey McBride, at least early on. At the 1-yard line, you hit 1st and goal. Actually, it's kind of spread out offense here. Shotgun at the 1-yard line is Josh Allen. He's going to go hand off to Alexander Madison. Alexander Madison has a whole touchdown. And the Mountain West Vikings retake the lead here with 3:51 left to play in the first. And they're an extra point away from having a 7-point lead. Oh, what a game here in the first quarter, guys. What a game. Alexander Madison finds a little bit of a seam there. Offensive line clears him out a huge hole. Great job by Roulier and Batonio and Corbett to get him in that little hole and make it huge. Jason Sanders out there to make this a 7-point game. And the kick is up, and it is good. 21-14, the Mountain West Vikings lead the Independent Chiefs on the road. Independent Chiefs offense has not been looking great here early on. They've been 3 drives. One of them, great drive for a touchdown. One play. The other one, first drive, was a 3 and out. And the last drive was a fumble that was recovered and then ultimately turned into a touchdown for the Mountain West Vikes. And while the Vikes had made mistakes of their own, the pick 6 was a bad one. The offense has been able to overcome it. Again, Independent Chiefs have been the only team to punt here, and that is the difference in this football game right now. Stonehouse kicks this one away. It's going to be taken for a knee in the back of the end zone. And onto the field comes Zach Wilson after making a huge mistake last time. He's got to make up for it here. Jamal Williams got to get the ball more. Every single time Jamal Williams has, again, it's been one time, but rush 18 yards. He's your most talented player. Just needs to see the football. Great play made by Carl Granderson on the last one. Great recovery made by Mike Purcell. They're going to bring their fullback onto the field for the Independent Chiefs. They're going to go 2 tight end set. Fullback is Ryan Griffin. They're going to go handoff up the middle of Jamal Williams, and he is going to get stuffed. They sniffed that out. Great play made up the middle by the Mountain West Vikings, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Can the Mountain West Vikes force the second punt of the day for the Independent Chiefs? And just the second punt of the day, period. 2nd and 9 upcoming. 26-yard line. 2 tight end set. Everyone's bunched in. Shotgun here for Zach Wilson. Jamal Williams beside him. Looks like they're going to bring 4-man rush. He has plenty of time back there. Hours. He eventually finds a man and he drops it. Oh, Zach Wilson puts it on the money and the pass is dropped. Oh, 3rd and 9 upcoming. And the Mountain West Vikes defense is bailed out. Zach Wilson puts that ball where it needs to be caught. And it's just fumbled and bobbled and not completed. 3rd and 9 upcoming. You need to pick up the first down if you're the Independent Chiefs. You cannot punt this ball right back to them. Shotgun for Zach Wilson. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. He has time. He fires it. It's going to be caught underneath, and he's going to be short of that first down marker. Big tackle made there by the Mountain West Vikes defense. Big tackle. Was trying to get the ball to Will Fuller on the flat. He's a speedy man. And you understand the logic there, but big tackle made in the open field. Comes off his man. Number 24 makes a big tackle. And it's going to force a punt here unless they go for it, which just doesn't seem to be logical here early. Only down by 7. This is a punt situation. And that's what they do. It's going to be returnable regardless. Not the greatest punter in the world they have. The punt is off at the 20-yard line. Not a bad punt. Puts them at the 22-yard line. Isaiah Rogers Sr. takes the hit. Rashad Penny takes the hit. Rashad Penny has not seen a lot of the ball offensively. Seemed to be more of a punt return / kick return specialist here. And Alexander Madison has seen most of the snaps here early on at running back. I would not be surprised if Rashad Penny ends up getting some of these snaps as a better receiving back, but Josh Allen has a chance to take his team and give him a 14-point lead entering the second quarter, which would be huge. Under center is Josh Allen, Alexander Madison beside him, 1 tight end set with McBride on the field. They're going to go play action, Alexander Madison. He's going to be pressured, and he's going to be sacked. First sack of the ball game for the Independent Chiefs. Kyle Van Noy off the edge with a huge play. Going to force a 2nd and 18 and put him significantly behind the sticks. Great play made there by Kyle Van Noy to get pressure on Josh Allen and gets a big sack there. Off the edge. He's just beat. And Kyle Van Noy makes a big-time veteran play for his football team. They needed a stop. And 2nd and 18 put him significantly behind the sticks to try and pick this up. Now, if you're the Mountain West Vikings, you do not need all of this in one shot. Get 8-10 yards back and make it 3rd and manageable. Under center here is Josh Allen. He's going to take the snap. 4-man rush. He has time. He fires it. It's going to be caught by Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is hit by Harrison Smith. But again, they pick it up enough, 11 yards. It's 3rd and 7. It's 3rd and manageable. Harrison Smith with his 7th tackle of the ball game, by the way. It's 3rd and 7. This is a big opportunity for the Independent Chiefs. Chance to force their first punt of the day. They've gotten a turnover, so it hasn't been a touchdown every drive for the Mountain West Vikings, but you would love to get a punt here if you're the Independent Chiefs. Your offense just punted the ball. Your defense needs to get a stop here. 3rd and 7, big 3rd down. Shotgun for Josh Allen. 4-man rush. He has time. Fires it off his back foot. It's going to be caught by Trey McBride. He's short, though. He is short. Not enough to pick up the first, and you've got to punt it here, you got to think. I mean, the Mountain West Vikings like to go for it, but they can't go for it at their own 32-yard line. And I think we're going to see Stonehouse out to punt this one away. Independent Chiefs get very lucky with Trey McBride just backing out yards short of the line to gain. No one was behind him. If he just falls backwards, he picks it up. But he doesn't know that, and Stonehouse is out for his first punt of the game, so close to that first down marker. And Stonehouse's punt is away. It's going to land at about the 15-yard line. Going to be returnable, though. It gets contact at the 20. Able to make a couple men miss. Going to get it to the 26-yard line. Good return there by Isaiah Rogers Sr. The benefit of having your corner return it is you don't have someone who was just returned it and just used a whole bunch of energy. You have to go right back out on the football field and go on offense. And here's a chance to tie this game up if you're the Independent Chiefs. Minute and a half left in this first quarter of action. Great game here early on, but you've had 2 punts so far, and it's one more than the other teams had. It's really the only difference in this game. You got to lead something here for Zach Wilson. 4-man rush. He fires it quickly. It's going to be caught by Jamal Williams. It's going to be about a yard, 2 yards short. This is what I'm talking about. Got to get the ball in Jamal Williams' hands. First catch of the ball game for Jamal Williams. Marcus Epps with his 2nd tackle of the ball game. 2nd and 2 is a place where I would feel comfortable trying to take a shot here. Offensive line's good enough. They'll probably hold up. If you want to do a play-action shot here to Will Fuller or Chase Claypool, not an awful idea. They're going to go play action, like I said. He's going to fire it. It's going to be caught to the 48-yard line. And just like I said, this is where you feel comfortable doing something like that. Miles Boykin, actually, is who they go after. Number 3 receiver for the Independent Chiefs. That was a decent. This is a good play call right there by Andy Reid. 40 seconds left in this first quarter of action. But great drive here cooking is the Independent Chiefs. 30 seconds left. They're going to go handoff out the middle to Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams tries to make a man miss, but only ends up picking 2 yards up. Going to bring up 2nd and 8, and that could be the last play of the quarter if the Independent Chiefs decide it should be. Down to 15 seconds left in this quarter. I hope everyone enjoyed it. This has been a very action-packed first quarter of action. I hope the 2nd and 3rd and 4th are all this action-packed. 5 seconds till they get the snap off. Shotgun for Zach Wilson. Takes the snap, actually going to go handoff up the middle, Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams finds a little bit of a hole. He's going to push his way for a first down. No, 3rd and inches. Well, we'll see the 3rd and inches in the next quarter. Hey, everybody, this is GGB saying adios, amigos. I hope you guys all enjoyed it.